Hundreds of Indonesians living in the U.S. capital city and its neighboring cities gather in the National Mall area in downtown Washington, D.C. on Sunday, August 7th, 2022, as they participate in a parade called Cantik Berkebaya, in a movement supporting the registry of Kebaya as an intangible heritage to UNESCO. To give us details of the event, we have VOA's Ariono Arifin with us over the phone. Hello, Pak Ariono. How are you today?
Hey, good afternoon, Siska. How are you?
I'm good. Now, this is late afternoon in Jakarta, but your day has just started. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, no problem.
So, Pak Ariono, could you tell us more about the purpose of this event and how can a parade like this support the registry of Kebaya to UNESCO, in your opinion?
Well, as stated by the chairperson of the Dharma Wanita Persatuan at the Indonesian Embassy in Washington, D.C., Mrs. Ayu Heni Rosan, who's also the wife of the Indonesian ambassador, His Excellency Rosan Roslani, the whole purpose of the event is to promote Kebaya as a traditional clothing that is specifically Indonesian. Mrs. Rosan stated that as Kebaya is a cultural heritage from the Indonesian ancestors, it must be preserved. And through this activity, Indonesian diaspora residing in the U.S. have taken part in displaying this traditional wear, as well as contributing to the movement of Kebaya Goes to UNESCO in support of its registry as an intangible heritage to UNESCO. Now, as what the parade is called, Cantik Berkebaya, the ladies here demonstrated the wonderful colors and variety of their clothing as they look beautiful wearing the kebayas, hence the term Cantik. And the event took place both in Washington, D.C. and New York at the same time over this past weekend, displaying both traditional and modern styles of kebaya in various colors. Now, these women are also committed to continue efforts in promoting kebaya awareness. So the general U.S. public better knows it. And I'm sure you're familiar with the term, to know them is to love them, right? So much like how batik is consistently gaining popularity nowadays and are often worn in various occasions, whether in a formal or cultural setting, or just as an everyday wear, much like back home in Indonesia itself. You wear it to the mall, the office, on family weekends. Therefore, so that is how they are hoping to support Kebaya's popularity in events such as these. Siska?
I love seeing the women looking so gorgeous in their kebaya. That's absolutely wonderful. But I want to talk more about the event that took place at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Could you tell us more about that spot exactly and what is the significance of its being held there?
Well, Siska, the National Mall is actually a long stretch of grassy fields that extends between the Lincoln Memorial and the U.S. Capitol building, with the National Monument located in the middle, not far from the White House. So if you've seen movies that depicts the Washington, D.C. area, you will see this area filled with tourists from all over the world, people jogging or just out to enjoy the sun. The place is very iconic. Smithsonian museums are located around the area, as well as VOA's office itself, and it is often home to various events. Now, during the 4th of July, the National Monument, the National Firework Display is held there. Often there are concerts, festivals, movie filmings, and even the crowds during the presidential inauguration would stretch out to here. To put things in perspective, the area is also symbolic as it is iconic, and it is a great place of exposure. So as these women wore all sorts of kebaya in various colors, both modern and classic, and walk along the National Mall from the Smithsonian Castle to the reflecting pool of the U.S. Capitol building, they grab people's attention. These ladies come from neighboring cities around Washington, D.C., from states such as Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, even as far as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which used to be the U.S. capital until December of 1800, before it became Washington, D.C. Furthermore, they not only walk the parade, but they also walk singing Indonesian songs, ranging from national to popular to traditional. The women in Kebaya are also accompanied by others in traditional wear and brought Kebaya Goes to UNESCO banner, signifying their mission to promote Kebaya and support the Kebaya Goes to UNESCO movement. Siska?
Looking that gorgeous, I'm sure they were all the main attention at the National Mall that day. But considering that we're approaching the 17th of August, where Indonesia will celebrate its 77th year of independence, is there any other events held in conjunction with the parade that you know of?
As it is in Indonesia, there are various cultural and sporting community events held around the Washington, D.C. area, ranging from biking, badminton, ping pong, fun walk, bowling, golf tournament, even a street festival called Colorful Indonesia Festival. Now, one of that is directly correlated to this particular Kebaya parade is a competition on social media platform to grab the younger audience, a younger generation, by using the hashtag Kebaya in DC. The Indonesian community from all over the US is invited to create their content, post and tag them with the hopes of to further promote Kebaya and fuel excitement to the entire string of events that the Indonesian community is holding leading up to the Independence Day on August the 17th, where there will be a flag raising ceremony at the Indonesian ambassador's residence commemorating the independence proclamation. All of these will culminate in a bazaar held at the ambassador's residence, where there will be concerts, food festivals, and cultural displays, all taking place on August 21st.
Okay, now in Indonesia, of course, the 17th of August celebration, or 17-an as we call it, will be held in a very festive way. And it should not be the same way in Washington, D.C. in the USA. But would that dampen the spirits of the Indonesian diaspora there? Will they be greeting the 17-an celebrations with all spirit?
Oh, absolutely. Now, Siska, the question is, when are Indonesians not excited about Independence Day, right? So almost every year, the string of events leading up to the Independence Day celebration is what almost every Indonesian living in the U.S. is looking forward to. Just about all of the offices of Indonesian diplomatic missions in the U.S. from Chicago, Houston, New York, L.A., San Francisco, and the biggest one in Washington, D.C., the Indonesian Embassy, have some form of events or celebration to ensure that Indonesian communities surrounding them can participate in one way or another. Not only it is a way for Indonesians to celebrate, but it is also a way to introduce the Indonesian culture to other nationalities. Keep in mind that the Indonesian societies here, as they develop and expand, making friends and relations to other residing in the area, they touch lives of others here. So I've seen Indonesians invite non-Indonesians to these festivals, enjoy our music, enjoy our food. They dance and sing, socialize, and some of them even leave wearing batiks they purchased at the festivals. So are they excited? Yes, they are. Back to you, Siska.
Ariono, thank you so much for reporting to us this wonderful news from the USA. Please send my best regards to all the lovely ladies in their Kebaya. And to you, Ariono, we wish you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful afternoon.